If there's one thing I've learned from watching Outlander all these years, it's that the moment you think you know where the story is heading, the ground gets pulled out from under you. It's not just the big moments, not just the battles or the time jumps. It's the emotional punches you never see coming. And as we stand on the edge of Season 8, the show's final chapter, I can say with full confidence that Outlander is about to deliver some of the most shocking, heartbreaking, and game-changing twists we've ever seen. Everything we thought we understood about the Fraser family, their history, their future, even the very fabric of their lives, is about to be turned upside down. The ending of Season 7 left us reeling. We've lived with the heartbreak of Faith Fraser's loss since Season 2, watching Claire go through one of the most devastating experiences of her life. It wasn't just a scene in the show. It was one of those moments that burned into the memory of every fan, a raw wound that shaped who Claire became. For years, we all accepted that Faith's life had ended before it began. And then came the twist, the possibility that Faith didn't die, that somewhere out there she might still be alive. That single idea changes everything. It's not just a hopeful reunion, it's a ripple that spreads across decades of grief, altering not only Claire's past, but Jamie's, Brianna's, and maybe even the course of history itself. And this isn't a twist from Diana Gabaldon's novels. This is brand new territory. That's what makes it so thrilling and so terrifying. We don't know what's coming next. There's no book to prepare us. We're flying blind. Caitriona Balfe described that cliffhanger as a doorway into a whole other world of questions. And she's right. If Faith is alive, what happened to her all these years? Who raised her? Does she even know who her family truly is? How will she react to the truth? And most importantly, what will that reunion do to Claire, a woman who has already survived so much loss? Sometimes, the return of something you've mourned doesn't bring peace. Sometimes, it reopens every wound you've ever tried to heal. That's the emotional powder keg Season 8 is stepping into right from the start. But as if that wasn't enough to shake us, Jamie Fraser's life itself will be in grave danger. In Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, Jamie suffers a catastrophic injury during battle. He's left for dead on a cold, lonely mountainside, the kind of place where even a strong man wouldn't last the night. Claire finds him just in time, but this time, her skill as a healer isn't enough. This isn't a matter of quick thinking and steady hands. This is life slipping away. And the only way to save him may require something beyond medicine, beyond science. Something Claire has always carried deep inside her, but never fully unleashed. For years, Diana Gabaldon has hinted that Claire's connection to time and to life itself runs deeper than we realize. We've seen fragments of it, but never the full scope. If Season 8 pushes Claire to draw on that hidden power, it could change not just how we see her, but how we understand the entire Outlander universe. But magic in this world never comes without consequences. There's always a price. And when that price is tied to someone you love as deeply as Claire loves Jamie, it's hard not to fear how high the cost might be. And while the battlefield brings its own dangers, there's a quieter heartbreak waiting off-screen. Jenny Fraser Murray will not be returning for the final season. For years, Jenny has been one of Jamie's anchors, a sister who shared his history long before Claire entered the picture, someone who could challenge him in ways no one else could. Her absence leaves a gap you can't easily fill. Co-showrunner Matthew B. Roberts has explained that with only 10 episodes to close out the story, they had to strip it down to plot lines directly connected to Jamie and Claire's journey. It makes sense from a storytelling standpoint, but it's bittersweet. It's like saying goodbye to a piece of the Fraser home itself. Adding to the uncertainty is the fact that Diana Gabaldon hasn't finished writing the final Outlander book. That means the show is sailing toward an ending without a finished map. We've seen how risky that can be for beloved series. The mere mention of Game of Thrones is enough to send shivers down a fan's spine. Roberts has already confirmed the show's ending will differ from the books, and Sam Heughan has promised something epic, emotional, and full of surprises. That's both exciting and nerve-wracking. Because when you don't have the guardrails of the source material, anything, and I mean anything, can happen. Meanwhile, the Revolutionary War is no longer a distant threat. It's here. Jamie, Claire, Ian, and William are caught in its chaos. And while Outlander has always balanced its battles with intimate human stories, history tells us this war was brutal, unforgiving, and deeply personal. Charles Vandervaart, who plays William, has hinted that his character's very identity is under siege, a crisis that could set him on a collision course with Jamie himself. Just imagine the devastation if father and son found themselves facing each other on opposite sides of the battlefield. That's not just war, that's tragedy. And then there's Brianna and Roger. They've already endured more than most couples could survive. Separations, kidnappings, near-death moments, and the relentless pull of time travel. You'd think they'd be allowed some peace in the final season, but Sophie Skelton has warned us that Season 8 will break our hearts all over again. This time, part of their story will revolve around their children, Jemmy and Mandy, who may have inherited their grandmother's extraordinary abilities. That revelation doesn't just matter for the family, it could be the seed of an entirely new chapter in the Outlander universe. If those abilities are explored, they could be the foundation for a future spin-off or sequel, carrying the Fraser legacy into a new generation. Filming for Season 8 is already well underway, and while no official release date has been locked in, all signs point to a fall 2025 premiere. That gives us just over a year to prepare, or try to prepare, for an ending that could leave us in tears, in shock, or both. After nearly a decade with these characters, saying goodbye will be hard enough. But saying goodbye when the story takes risks we can't predict, that's the kind of ending that stays with you long after the final credits roll. So here we are, staring down the final season. Faith's fate hanging in the balance, Jamie's life threatened by war and injury, the Revolutionary War tearing through everything in its path, Brianna and Roger facing new challenges while their children step into a future laced with mystery, and an ending we can't predict, written without the safety net of the books. If Outlander has taught us anything over the years, it's this. Even when you think you're ready, you're not.